Hey everyone, this is Nikita from Parcel Tracker, and today I'm going to show you guys how I would set up Parcel Tracker for the use case of PBSAs. Parcel Tracker will help you streamline deliveries, notify residents on time, and overall make the experience easier for everyone involved. By the end of this video, your scan it and handover process will look a little bit something like this. Parcel arrives to the reception. Parcel is checked in. Recipient receives a notification. And parcel is checked out. Before anything else, I would first want to make the Parcel Tracker account. So to do that, just go to parceltracker.com and click Start for Free to create your free account. This is what your dashboard will look like once you've logged in. Before anything else, I want to make sure that I have a certain feature enabled. Let's go to Settings. And from here, you can even upload your company logo. Select Upload Logo and select the file from your device. Select Save Changes. You can even add your address, edit your company name. Now going back to the features, let's go to Features. And I want to enable additional parcel details. So what this does is that it will allow you to add a picture, add tags, and even select the storage location when you first scan in the parcel. I'll show you guys what that looks like later on. This feature enables faster parcel intake during peak delivery periods and also helps keep the package rooms organized. Next, I want to upload my recipients list. Let's go back to our dashboard and select Recipients. And you can bulk upload recipients using a CSV list, or you can add them in individually. First, I'll show you guys how to bulk upload recipients. To do that, let's just click Import List. And you'll actually find a downloadable template that you can fill in. The reason why we want to upload our recipient list ahead of time is because Parcel Tracker will use this data to match parcels to the correct recipient and notify that recipient at the same time. Without a recipient list, Parcel Tracker will not be able to detect the recipient. Staff may need to enter details manually, and it'll end up slowing down the entire intake process. This is what the template looks like. There are optional fields such as ID, site. This is for if you have multiple sites. And then you also have type of recipient. So in a PBSA, maybe this could be a tenant or a staff member. You can even add nicknames or aliases. But the most important fields you need to fill in will be the recipient's first name, their last name, their email. This is for notifications, and their location. So in a PBSA or a student housing building, this could be their room number, their flat number, their unit, or their apartment number. Here's my sample recipient list, so all I have to do is download this as CSV, and then I can upload it to Parcel Tracker. When your recipient list is ready, all you have to do is select Browse File. Select the file from your device. Check that you have permission to upload this data. In this tab, you want to make sure that the information is mapped out correctly. So here's an example of when that might not have happened. Unit is not recognized as a location, so all you have to do is select the correct property. In this case, it would be the location. Select Continue. Review the data, and you can even edit the information from here. Parcel Tracker will show you if there were any errors during the process, if there were any duplicate recipients, or if there was any recipient data that was updated from an old CSV file. You can even add recipients individually. Let's say that a student has joined your PBSA or has moved into your PBSA during the middle of the year, and you'd like to onboard them onto the Parcel Tracker app so that they can start receiving parcels at the building. Go to Add Recipient, enter any of the necessary data, And from here, I can just select add to add and close the window, or I can add and create another new recipient. Next, I want to set up my scanning devices. So this can be a phone or a tablet. Apple or Android both work. For best performance, we recommend at least an iPhone SE or an Android with 6 GB of RAM and a 2.8 GHz processor. If staff are using their personal devices instead of a designated device for the building, you can add them in as a Parcel Tracker user. So to do that, let's go to Settings, Mailroom Users, and select Invite User. So from here, you can select their permission levels. If you want the user to be able to scan in parcels, scan them out, or maybe add recipients, then you can invite them as normal. But if you want them to be able to edit building details, toggle features, then add them in as an admin. Once you're done, just select Send. And they will now be a user in your account. Next, I want to configure the tags. So let's go to Tags under Configurator. And you'll see here we already have some default tags like rejected, perishable, large item, or damaged. So to add a tag, just select Add Tag. Enter the name. You can even choose the color to make it easier to see. Next, I want to set up my recipient notifications. So let's go back to the dashboard. Select Notifications. Delivery and collection notifications are on by default. Delivery is the notification that recipients would receive when the parcel is first scanned into the building, and collection is when they're signed out. You can configure the notifications as needed. So to do that, let's go to Actions, Edit. From here, you'll be able to edit the delivery message. So you can choose to address the recipient by their first name and their last name, or even their alias. And for the subheading, you can edit the delivery message. You can even choose to enable advanced parcel details. So this is what the notification will normally look like. This will show notes like whether the item was damaged, which courier it came from, and when it arrived. Once you're happy with the changes, just select Submit. And you will have successfully updated your template. From this tab, you can even enable reminders. So reminders are great when parcels have been sitting in storage for way too long and a recipient has yet to come collect it. So to add a reminder, just select Add, Create. And same thing as earlier, you can edit the message, and you can even set a reminder delay or set a maximum number of reminders. To turn on reminders, select the little plus icon in the corner, select the template, and reminders have been enabled. Finally, I want to set up my storage locations. So to do that, let's go back to Settings. Select Storage Locations. And you can add as many locations as you want. So for a PBSA, this might look like a storage room. And usually the storage room is for the entire building. And if you have a lot of recipients, just adding storage room might not really cut it. If this is the case for you, we really recommend narrowing it down so it's easier to find once your residents are ready to collect. So this can look a little something like Shelf A, Shelf B, Aisle 1 or Aisle 2, or even cages if applicable. So to create a storage location, just select Add Location, enter the name, and save and add another, and do this as many times as you want. So once this is all set up, I'm finally ready to start scanning in some parcels. So I'll show you what it looks like from my personal phone screen, and I'll even give a demo on scanning some parcels and scanning them out. So here on the left, you'll see my personal phone screen, which I'll be using to demo Parcel Tracker. And on the right, you'll see some sample labels that we'll be scanning later on. First, I want to show you guys where you can find Parcel Tracker on the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. So whichever one you're on, all you have to do is go to Search, type in Parcel Tracker, select Parcel Tracker Mailroom, And if you scroll down, you'll see it there. All you have to do is download, then log in with your account details, and then open the app to start scanning parcels. So when you first open the app, you'll see 4 tabs. The first one is In, which is what you use to scan in parcels. Out to scan out parcels. Manage to manage parcels, recipients, and users. And finally, in Settings, you'll be able to access our live chat support, our knowledge base, and configure the features and scanning mode. So now let's start scanning some parcels. To do that, just go to the In tab, select Scan Parcels, hold the camera over the label and press and hold the button to pick up the name, and then do it again to pick up the barcode. And since we enabled the Add Additional Parcel Details feature in the beginning, it'll take us to this tab where you can add a photo. You can select the tags that you created earlier. And if you scroll down, you can even select the storage location. When you're done, press Submit. And you can do this for multiple parcels in a row, so let's try that now. Here's my second parcel. And my third parcel. And once you're done scanning in all the parcels, select Next. And you'll see all the parcels that you've scanned. Select Check In. And the app will show you that those parcels have been checked in. So let's quickly go back to the web platform. And you'll see that the app has already synced with the web platform. So let's go to Parcels real quick to take a look. And those are the parcels that we just scanned in. So what about checking out parcels? So these parcels you see here have actually been addressed to my Gmail. So let's quickly go check. And you'll see that I have already received the email for it. So each recipient will get one QR code for all of their deliveries. Earlier, we scanned 2 parcels for Isaac Newton, but we actually only have one QR code and you'll be able to check out using just this one QR code. We also have Albert's QR code here. So let's try scanning out some parcels. So when the recipient is ready to collect, all you have to do is go to the Out tab, select Recipient Checkout, scan their QR code, and then you also want to scan their parcel label. Select Next. And then from here you can just check out, or you can switch to recipient e-signature and then check out. Now let's do Isaac's. Again, if a recipient has multiple parcels, you only have to scan one QR code, but you should scan all of the parcels that they're going to collect. Next. And then check out. And again, the app will show you how many parcels have been checked out today. You can even check out parcels from the Parcels tab. So in this tab, you'll see all of the parcels that you've checked in and that they've been checked out. To check out a parcel, all you have to do is hover over the name field and select Open. And click on the Check Out Parcel button. You can add notes. And even add a signature. Collect. And the parcel will have been marked as collected. Now we're back at the Parcel Tracker web dashboard and you'll actually see how many parcels have been checked in and checked out today. But you can also actually view statistics. So let's go to the Statistics tab. And from here you can actually see things like peak check-in times, top couriers, and even average parcel turnaround times. Now, if you're in a big building like a PBSA, which can have dozens to hundreds of recipients, these statistics can be really helpful. So for peak check-in times and checkout times, let's say that your peak check-in times are between the hours of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I can use this information to allocate more resources, such as extra helping hands, or I can even perform a parcel audit during 7 a.m. to make sure that there's enough space in my storage room for all the incoming parcels. Parcel turnaround time can be really helpful for collections. You'll see here how many hours it takes on average for a parcel to be collected once it's been scanned in by the building. If you've noticed that parcels have been sitting in storage for too long, you can choose to enable reminders or make them more frequent so that recipients pick up their parcels in a more timely manner. That concludes our tutorial. Please let us know if you found this video helpful, which features you like best, or which features you'd like to see us add in the future. See you next time!